I can rap, but I'm not that good, so I'm not going to. I really enjoy listening to hip-hop music, and there is a downside for me in that a lot of the music is quite crude about women and sometimes insulting. So do you think that your music isolates women and prevents us from listening to your music compared to men?
At times.
At times?
Yeah,
and do you think that's okay?
Yeah, because I do it to men too.
You do it too?
It isolates men too. I don't discriminate.
Men?
Yeah, at times. How many songs you hear? I don't fuck with you niggas. I don't fuck with you. It's the same thing. Fuck you dudes. Da, da, da. It's just that we diss men all the time. I don't think it's a point of. You really want to talk about the Rita thing? Is that what this is about or something?
Sorry?
Or is this about is this like a woman justice thing about Rita or something like that? Is that what this is?
Oh no, I don't listen to Rita Ora.
What do you want to battle me right now or something? Like you just like wild aggressive.
Do
like,
I seem mad?
Is that not aggressive?
I do enjoy your music, but I just think that it's
I
I wonder
agree with you.
myself. I'm listening to Tyga and I'm thinking, I really enjoy this music, but should I listen to it if it's, rude about women or it's making us seem like objects? Should I still listen to it if I don't agree with what they're saying?
Well, that's a question that only you can answer. It's all about your preference.
What do you think? That's my question.
I would definitely highly recommend you listen to my music.
And if you were a woman, would you still?
But here's
make
the thing.
same
Well,
kind of-
if without justifying all those rappers, what I will say is, speaking for me, I only speak about my experiences. At the end of the day, I'm not here to talk about the difference between bitches and women. I don't, for me, what I will say is, when we make music, we articulate. I'm 26. I've met a lot of women, but I met a lot of bitches. I don't know what you. Well, I speak about both.
So am I a bitch or a woman?
I don't know you well enough to tell.
I don't know what she's going for here, but if she thinks that he makes degenerate music, why is she asking him for life advice? She could just not listen to it. I think she was just desperate for a gotcha moment and ended up getting got.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So Jordan's getting canceled today because they said some controversial stuff. I'll tell you what it was. What was it?
I said that intentional weight loss is not a body positive act.
And he's right. It's not a body positive act. Body positivity got really white and thin washed, and that's a conversation for another day, but just here to tell you the pursuit of intentional weight loss is not aligned with that liberation, which is the radical version of body positivity you're all looking for. Thoughts?
So true.
I'm not gonna lie, bruh. Fat bitches need to shut up, bruh. It be a lot of the fat hoes talking. You fat bitches need to shut the fuck up. On God.
Remember I was telling y'all that the body positivity movement was funded by snack cartels, and the reason why obesity is rampant in America is because food corporations have been lobbying so they can make their food more addictive? Check this out. Ultra-processed foods do not cause obesity, says U.S. government's top diet advisors in bombshell review of current evidence. Studies have been biased, so keep on eating those donuts, people. An expert named Connie Dickman said this: sadly, this is valid. Until we have one definition for ultra-processed, the body of evidence won't provide a clear answer. Now let's go check out Connie Dickman's Twitter. And would you look at this, Connie just so happens to be standing in front of a beautiful canola field with hashtag canola info, hashtag sponsor. Nothing suspicious to see here.
You're a demon.
And to add insult to injury, in her bio it says registered dietitian, nutrition communications consultant, former president of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, co-author of Superfood Nuts. She was the president of the governing body that issues all licenses and certifications to all of the registered dietitians in the US. That same governing body has stocks in General Mills, Pepsi, and Coca-Cola. No conflict of interest there.
US-based research. Well, she has a selfie in front of a beautiful canola oil field. And it turns out she was the former president of the American Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. Now, as we have talked about before, this is the governing body that issues certifications and licenses for all United States registered dietitians. They, as it turns out, happen to own stock in Pepsi, Nabisco, General Mills, Kraft Foods, and Coca-Cola. This is the organization that certifies dietitians here in the US seemingly has a conflict of interest where they're investing in companies that manufacture obesogenic and disease-causing food.
God damn it! You can't make this
Remember they were pushing out propaganda that said there's no such thing as good or bad foods and eating an apple is the same as eating an apple pie?
I got us donuts. Those are so bad for you. Oh no, are they moldy? I mean, are they poisoned? Are you allergic? No, I'm just saying. You're judging my food choices based on a false standard of health again, aren't you? Guilty.
Diet culture, fat phobia, and systems of oppression have created false hierarchies of food, and it shows up everywhere.
For instance, harmful thought patterns like earning food through exercising, or that dessert is the reward for the punishment of eating vegetables.
Eat without guilt, regardless of what society says.
Well, it turns out the second woman in that video, the diet and nutrition expert, used to work for Mondelez International. Pretty much everything you can think of, from Oreos to Rice Krispies, they make them. Ain't that convenient? I'm sorry, but this is just evil. Knowing that your food could potentially kill people, but still trying to push it so that you can make profit is just pure evil. I'm not saying you can't ever go to McDonald's, but just be careful with it. Eat as many whole foods as you can and fast if possible. Almost every major religion on the planet from different regions of the planet talk about the importance of fasting, and I don't think that's just coincidence. Fasting can promote cellular repair, increase your testosterone and human growth hormone in your bloodstream, improve sleep. I mean, it's just countless benefits to fasting. Y'all should look into it. A lot of the studies on fasting are from 2023 to 2024 because it turns out when you tell people to fast, nobody makes money.
They don't want you to win. They want you broke. They want you miserable. They want you unhappy. So make sure you be happy and you keep going and you keep winning.
Natuurlijk heb ik mijn titel gekocht.
My name is Optimus Prime. We are autonomous robotic organisms from the planet.
I'm in the United States. I'm in Canada. I'm in the United States.
South Korea?
I got something to tell you. Don't get upset, because it's for you. I'm taking you out of gymnastics for the rest of this month. Come on. Relax. You've been walking around here like you know everything. Been acting all arrogant. Got this attitude. The grades been slipping. You're gonna get your butt up every morning. You're gonna run. You're gonna work on these pull-ups. And you're gonna get stronger. You're gonna develop your mind. And you're gonna develop some damn character. You're gonna have to be a good person. You're gonna have to learn what working hard is. And you gotta develop yourself. Push-ups, chin to the bench, stretch out. I want 20 of them. Chest all the way to the bench. There you go. You really want this? All right, well, you're gonna show me. Show me at the house. Well, how you act. How you treat your brother and sister, how you respond to me, how responsible you are. That's what it's about more than anything. You overall, not just being no gymnast. Let's go, 10 more.
That's it, brother. That's the way it is, cuz.
That's just an example of good parenting right there, just based on a meritocracy. If you do good things, you get rewarded. If you do bad things, you get punishment. One of the things I plan on doing as a parent is making my kids read and giving them rewards when they finish books. I've been reading a lot more lately, and I realized how important and how powerful it is to be able to focus on one topic for a long period of time. I think that's super important for kids, especially nowadays when everything is trying to take your attention. A quote that I heard made me start reading again. A man who doesn't read has no advantage over a man who can't read.
So let's say we was on a date. What type of meal you want me to get you? Cause I'm gonna spoil you.
I would never talk to you. You are ugly.
Shut your... Oh, hell no!
He got his ass cooked.
This is what they stole from us, bro. The family unit. And no one talks about this. But we have all been robbed. This is what they are fighting for every day, bro. Because they know that a family unit is the strongest thing, their biggest threat. And that's why they're putting propaganda almost everywhere, trying to hijack the minds of the masses. And if you can't realize this, then your mind has been hijacked. So you send your kids to school 8 hours a day. You don't even spend 8 hours a day with your kids yourself. So who's really raising your kids, bro? And the whole feminist movement is likely a scam. So the mom spends less time with the kids, so they're not raising the kids, and they get double the taxes from your wife working and the husband working, and they get to raise your kids. Program, indoctrinate them to think whatever they want. It's gonna piss a lot of people off, but I only get in trouble when I say the truth. This is why you have kids identifying as fucking animals. And this is starting to happen. This is not the way that God intended us to live, bro. I'm sorry if this offends anybody, but if it's offensive, that just means it's usually true. And I only get in trouble when I say the truth. But God did not intend us to live like this, bro. The only way to get out of this fuckery that is our society is going back to what worked. The nuclear family. And I know it seems so far-fetched now because inflation's so high. Life is just expensive. But for me personally, I would rather make a little less money and raise a traditional family, bro. This right here is a far bigger accomplishment than any Lamborghini or cool house.
This is what I've been doing lately, and it's been changing my entire perspective on life. Showing gratitude, paying more attention to the things that I have instead of the things that I don't have, trying to live debt-free because debt is slavery and it keeps you in a scarcity mindset, giving my life to God, having kids so I can imprint my moral values on those kids and they can be complete reflections of me. I think if I do all these things, there's no way I won't be able to live at least a decent life.